Hello, welcome. My name is Israel, and today we're going to be talking about the GPT store and some of the new announcements from ChatGPT. As you may or may not know, some of the last videos we put on the YouTube channel has been about our exploration on the ChatGPT as a platform, as a solution for potentially self-service business intelligence. Earlier this year, we put out kind of like a demo of kind of what we're thinking about. And one of the unfortunate things about the January 10th announcement that OpenAI put out about their essentially their app store, right? That they call it a GPT store, and the things that they sell are GPTs, and the thing that you work with it is on Chat GPT. It's all very. I wish they had different names for it, but yeah, that's fine. But the at the end of the day, the idea is to put in essentially a focused section of like global knowledge or internet accessible knowledge in these large language models. That the magic that allows you to be able to ask a question and get some sort of response, a cogent response, hopefully. And some of the things that they showed as an example here is like maybe you need a tutor or you need some sort of uh, a PDF tool or some sort of a GPT that helps you find hiking or biking trails. So those are the kind of things that they do. So yes, you could ask ChatGPT for broad questions, but these GPTs kind of help with information that might not be online or information that can take an action and convert something for you. That sort of thing. You can kind of pair private bodies of knowledge with some actions and kind of build something unique, something useful, and that's kind of what the GPTs are for, and the GPT store is for. Much like iOS and their App Store back in the day. Although I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a lot of ideas on how to build solutions for what people might need. Same as us, like we want to solve a problem that I've been seeing for the last 12 years on the official platform, which is everybody has a report, everybody runs their business differently, writing reports in a cohesive manner that solves everybody's needs and problems is very difficult, very challenging. So, how about we just help people make their own reports and kind of get out of that market entirely? So, that's kind of why we created a GPT back in January, and we've been developing it over time. But one of the biggest issues that we had at the time, and I don't know if they've updated this article to reflect that. But back in January, the only way to access the GPT store was with a paid account. It was only like $20 a month. But even then, when we're talking to people or maybe people that are kind of just curious about GPTs, $20 in the context of a business is not that big of a deal. But like it just slows the rate of adoption if you wanted to try something. But not as of today. Well, as of May 13th. So while I was out on vacation, I was out cycling in the south of France, and that was a good time. And if you're a customer of mine, just call and I'll tell you about it. But this had dropped either on the day or the day after or the day before of me leaving out of the country, and it just kind of like slipped through my inbox. And I came to find about it when I got back that hey, that feature of accessing the GPT store to paid users is now available for free. And let's look at the announcement of May 13th. More specifically, here is like we're starting to roll out more intelligence and advanced tools to ChatGPT free users over the coming weeks. And the one thing that I saw here was discover and use GPTs and the GPT store, and that's really really cool. So when you're accessing our GPT, which you can go on the GPT store and just look up Fishbowl or Fishbowl Advanced or ILC, you'll you'll come to our particular version of it, and it'll say, "Hey, sign up to chat." So you'll go up and sign up for a free account, and you'll be able to access this GPT from us, which is our interpretation of the Fishbowl database and our interpretation of what things we can do with large language models, and we're building it over time. We'll have another video talking about how that looks like and kind of what we do. It's teaching an AI what we do is actually quite challenging. So we'll talk about that in another video. But if you want to give it a shot, and right now we'll go into a quick demo of it. Yeah, just sign up and you'll be using it within a minute or two. So here on the fourth tab here, I've gone ahead and loaded our GPT account. I've used my personal um, my personal Gmail account here, and I'm just going to ask it a question of like, can you oops, give me a basic query for invoice data? And this is actually much faster than it has been over the day. Now this is wrong. I'll tell you that. Like it's kind of like inferred a particular structure, and this is the thing about AI is that unfortunately, sometimes it hallucinates information. Let me ask you a different question. Can you give me a basic shipped sales query? Okay, so there we go. Now it's getting better. And it's done. Well, roughly it's done. Yeah. So now I'm going to ask it a different question. From that last query, can you remove the shipping fields, both ship to and bill to? And it's gone ahead and done that, which is actually pretty pretty darn cool. Like it's fast. It's about double the speed that I've seen it before earlier this year. Two, it's taking data that we've given it and um, both understanding the structure and removing bits and pieces that we are asking to do. Like there's no like that hard coded into the situation. Like the first example at the top here, is something that I wish didn't happen, but this is the nature of AI sometimes. It'll get better over time as more people use it and more people say like, hey, that didn't work, that's not what we need. But essentially, what the next stage that in the next videos that I want to show you is like how we've put ChatGPT inside of the Fishbowl product, so that you can actually just go and try this query as it's created in your Fishbowl using your database. And the magic about that is that while we know what query was written, we don't know what data it was generated by. Like we don't have access to your database at all. So that was kind of the idea behind a lot of this. Like how can we provide help to customers and companies without having to set up all this infrastructure and magic to have access to databases and contracts and things like that? Like how can we do something that provides a lot of value and a minimum amount of infrastructure that then solves a particular problem? And we'll talk about that in the next video. Probably next week we'll record an update to this and how that works, and we'll share more about it. If you're interested in accessing this ChatGPT, we have it available on fishbowl-gpt.hilux.io. I'll put a link to it in the YouTube video so y'all can take a look and start taking a look and give us some feedback. Like, show us, one of the things that I think is really amazing is that we can share this chat, and if you have something interesting to share with us, grab a link, copy it, send it down to us, because again, we don't really see the results of these things, and like, yeah, show us that like, hey, this didn't work or that did work, and this could be better, that could be better, and we'll take an advisement and provide feedback to the platform. Thanks again. It's a Friday here. It's an unseasonably warm day here in the Pacific Northwest, and we're planning to have a nice weekend out this Saturday. And I hope all of you do as well. Take care, and we'll talk again soon.